This is the most important page to know when it comes to trophy fishing because it tells you the exact drop rates of every trophy fish and it tells you where they drop. Here's why that's important. As an example, I'm currently in the dojo. In the dojo, I have a 2% drop rate for the karate fish, and just because I'm in the Crimson Isles, a 4% drop rate for the lava horse and 25% drop rate for the blobfish. Now, the reason these numbers are important is because the game will always try to give you the rarest fish it can first. So when I reel in my rod in the dojo, it's going to try to give me the 2% drop karate fish. And if I don't get the karate fish, it'll try to give me the 4% drop lava horse. If I don't get that one, it'll try to give me the blob. And if I don't get the blob, it won't give me a trophy fish. It'll just give me like a fucking enchanted nether wart or something. Here's why that's important. When you're going to be doing obfuscated fishing, you're going to be using obfuscated 1 as bait or obfuscated 2 as bait. Especially with obfuscated 2, you want to be using as little of this as possible because it's really fucking annoying to get. And this is kind of nice because it's got a 10% drop rate. But because of what we said earlier, where the game tries to be nice to you and it gives you the rarer things first, you'll be wasting your obfuscated 2 bait if you're fishing anywhere that it has a fish that you can catch that is rarer than a 10% drop rate. So, Blazing Volcano 8 blocks higher, just anywhere in the Blazing Volcano for the volcanic stonefish, the flyfish, the skeleton, moldfin, soulfish, manta ray as well, and then the lava horse will just always fuck you over because it is a spawn of Satan and Hitler. So if you're going to be going for an obfuscated 2 fish or an obfuscated 3 fish, because of the way that the game tries to be nice to you, do your best to be fishing in an area that's non-specific. So it'll just say Crimson Isle or, it won't be any of the specific areas pretty much. Crimson Isle, Crimson Fields, there's a lot of options. The next thing is going to be the order of events if they have the exact same drop rate. And this matters a little bit less, but as an example, the flyfish has an 8% drop rate and the vanilla has an 8% drop rate. You're going to get the flyfish before the vanilla because the flyfish starts with an F, which is earlier in the alphabet than a V. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the order of events. That's kind of the most important thing to keep in mind because it's really, really annoying to use obfuscated 2 as bait. Next thing is going to be trophy fish chance. Trophy fish chance is a lie. It's not actually trophy fish chance. Let me give you an example. In game, as you can see here, I have 90.5 trophy fish chance. You might think that means I have a 90.5% chance to catch trophy fish. This is a lie. This is actually a trophy fish chance multiplier. This is a multiplier to my trophy fish chance. So that means when I'm in the dojo, I don't have a 2% chance to catch a trophy fish. I have a 2% chance multiplied by 1.905 for my trophy fish chance, which I think goes to 3.81. And that's actually my chance to catch a karate fish. So this isn't the chance that you catch a trophy fish. It's a multiplier for all trophy fish catch chances. It kind of sounds weird, but all you need to know is that this number being higher is really, really nice, and it helps you out with everything, probably more than you were thinking previously. The other thing about that is if you're going to be going for fish like the vanilla here, which only lets you use a starter rod with no enchantments, you're going to have a very low trophy fishing chance. And especially earlier on, if you have like a low tier armor or you just don't have any trophy hunter armor, you want to make sure as soon as possible you get a Kudra pet because that plus 20 trophy fish chance is a massive, massive difference, especially for the vanilla. After that is going to be, and this is like the third most important thing, but I would honestly probably categorize it as the second most important, always fish near a block of sulfur ore. Because the game tries to be nice to you, this is going to be the last roll of any kind of fish if you're going to get a trophy fish at all. And here's the nice thing about it. It's never going to cannibalize anything else you're going to get, and because it's the new most common fish, it's going to be really cool because it is also, coincidentally, one of the best fish for magma fish. Compare the 25% drop rate blobfish's 4 to the sulfur skitter's 40. So you lose nothing out of fishing near a block of sulfur. If you see it there, just always stand near it. And trust me, the amount of magma fish you get will definitely stack up. So if you can, fish near a block of sulfur ore. Sulfur skitter is Giga Chad Sigma. Blobfish is fucking dork nerd, stinky nerd. What else is there? Stacking things, right. So obviously you don't want to stack your obfuscated 3 and 2 fishing with anywhere else because you're using important bait. But for pretty much everything else, you're not going to be using important bait. Therefore, you want to stack as much of these as possible. So in the Blazing Volcano, you can catch the volcanic stonefish, the manta ray. I wouldn't really do the vanilla, honestly, but you can catch the manta ray, volcanic stonefish, the gusher, steaming hot flounder, and flyfish all at once. And the moment that you catch one of them, try to like move in an area where that's no longer a catch condition. And speaking of the manta ray, I should have mentioned this earlier, but Try to make sure you have below 1200 mana once you've gotten a diamond of the mana ray, because otherwise, again, it'll cannibalize all these other drops, and it'll take even longer to get a diamond version of all of these or a gold version of all of these. And yeah, I'll show you one spot that I learned about. That's pretty cool. This one right here next to the dojo. At least these 3 blocks of lava, it might be the entire pool actually, but at least these 3 blocks of lava are considered to be both in the dojo's area and in the Mystic Marsh, which means you can catch both the moldfin and the karate fish both at once. And that's pretty neat. I think that's pretty much everything I have to say. The last bit is going to be a bit of a rant about the fucking lava horse. I gotta ask the developers, what was the thought process behind making the lava horse cannibalize fucking vanilla, fly fish, half of the fucking fish in the game, some of the most annoying fish in the game, actually. What is the thought process behind doing this? I just can't understand. Why would you make this not like 16%? Why is it 4%? Why does this piece of shit have a fucking priority over the vanilla, over the slugfish, over my obfuscated fish? Why would you do this? Are you trying to make me hate the fucking lava horse as much as everybody hates Hitler? Why are you? What was the thought process behind this? I'm fucking begging you. Explain this shit to me. Why? Anyways, for the rest of you, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which is going to be the Kudra guide to people that just really don't want to learn Kudra.